Hello everyone, welcome to this video and I'm going to walk you through the job application tracker by Mode Studio, a complete system built in Google Sheets and Excel that does all the heavy lifting for you. So if you are currently job hunting, you already know that how chaotic it can get. You are applying to dozens of companies trying to remember which job you followed up on, which interviews you are coming up, which offers are worth comparing. It's a lot to keep in your head. So by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to set up the tracker for your specific job search, log and organize every application in one place, track your interviews with preparation notes, learn from rejections and actually use them to improve. Compare job offers side by side so you make the smartest decision. And we will also look at the monthly calendar that ties it all together. Really quick before we dive in, this tracker works best in Google Sheets and it is also compatible with the latest versions of Microsoft Excel, including Microsoft 365 and Excel Online. So if you are using an older version of Excel, there may be possibilities that some formulas and automations might not work properly. So I would recommend using Google Sheets for the best experience. Alright, let's open it up and get started. The very first thing you want to do before you type a single job application is set up this tab. The setup is the foundation of the entire tracker, and whatever you configure here will automatically appear as drop down options everywhere else in the tracker. So let's get it right. First of all, we have job types. You can enter the type of roles you are going for, like full time, part time, 12-month contract, 6 months contract, or you can write which whatever suits you. Job status, for example, I write here accepted. Here is an important thing that you should not edit or delete the words rejected and interviewing. These two statuses are connected to other tabs in the tracker by formulas. If you change them, those connections will break. Next, we have job source, for example, LinkedIn, website, Indeed, Glassdoor, or maybe sometimes Google or company website. Again, whatever suits you. You can also customize job interest, interview mode, rejection reason, and rejection stage, which we will talk more about later. Here comes a very important thing and an important rule, which is you will see that some cells are white. Those are the only cells that you should edit and type in. Some cells that are colored cells and you should not edit them, like these rejected and interviewing. Again, moving to the next part, the main hub of our job application tracker, the job application tracker. This is the main hub of the entire system, the job application tracker. This is where you will spend most of your time logging every job you apply to. For each job, you can write company name. For example, I have written here Samsung. Job title, for example, I write data analyst. Job type, from the drop down you configured in setup. For example, I say it is 6 months contract. In on-site job, you can write location. Actually, in the work mode, there are only three options you can select here: on-site, remote, and hybrid. But in any case, if you want to add more categories, you can click on this edit button here and you will see here, and you can add another item here. For example, uh, office, you can write anything you want. If I do done, and you will see here that I can see office now in the option, but for right now I am just removing it and keep it to only on-site, remote and hybrid. Then we have location. For example, I have applied to Bay Area, the date or the deadline for which I have to apply. For example, I have to apply, for example, tomorrow is the last date to apply. Or for example, if I write here, today is the last date to apply, and here you can see that the date is highlighted in red color because it's today, and so it's just a part of an alert, so you don't forget what is on pending for today. Just back it up. And then we have status. This is a key field. You will update this as thing progress. For example, I write here applied, interest, my interest is medium, source I from LinkedIn, and here you can put your job link. So you can put a link to your job post directly here. For example, I write here a link, right click the cell, insert, go to insert link, and paste your link here and apply, and that's it. You are ready to go. Follow up date, follow up sent or not. Okay, so here an important thing is that this status column is not a very ordinary column, or it is not just a label. It is connected to other tabs. Watch what happens when I select rejected here, and you can see the same company and the same role in the rejection tracker. Samsung and data analyst. That is the same case with interviewing. If I select here interviewing, I can go to interview tracker tab. I can just select Samsung data analyst. The tracker also has some smart alerts on the left side. For example, total applications, interview scheduled and offers received, and the alerts include uh, your upcoming interviews, so you never miss any, and application deadlines due today, and the follow-up dates. These alerts pull information from the rows here, and one last thing about this tab is the follow-up dates and application deadline. To enter here, automatically feed into the monthly calendar tab. So as you fill in the application, your calendar is being built for you in real time. We will look at it in a moment. Next we have monthly calendar. The monthly calendar is your visual overview of everything happening in your job search. Every day on this calendar shows up to 8 different things like application deadline, scheduled interview dates, follow-up dates, and offer decision deadlines. All of this populates automatically from the data you entered in your other tabs like job application tracker, interview tracker, rejection, and job offer tracker. There is a very useful filter here, show only. If you want to focus on just your interviews, select here from interview dates. Okay, well, we don't have any interview dates in upcoming. For example, if I select a month before, well, we did have interview dates here. Then if you want to show only follow-up dates, you can see follow-up dates for the month of April. Okay, offer deadlines and but if you want to see everything, you can just press backspace button on your keyboard and everything pops up. So you don't have to write anything manually. This is great when you are busy and needs to focus on what matters most. Interview tracker. Remember earlier when we marked our job as interviewing and interpreted automatically here for Samsung and data analyst? So you don't have to write anything and remember everything manually. You can write down the round of your interview. For example, is it a HR screen round or first round, a second round, and or a third round? Whether it was a online interview or a physical interview, you can enter your date here. For example, I had today, and you can select your time. For example, I have this. You can see complete options for time. You can select any. For example, if I have in 9 p.m., if it is online, you can share, you can paste your link here like just we did it earlier in the job application tracker. You can write the interview name. For example, I write here Hulud. Topics to prepare, like what skills, projects, or knowledge areas you should revise before going to this interview section. Questions to ask interview. Basically, whenever you go to any interview, if you ask smart questions, it makes a great impression on interviewer. So you should prepare questions before going to an interview. Then you can enter what questions they ask to you. You can use this column after your interview because it can really help you for your upcoming interviews as well. And for example, I and here you can select your confidence rating. For example, I have a 4. This tracker has smart feature which shows upcoming interviews. So it shows 4 May 2026, 9 p.m. with Samsung for data analyst, and number of days left for upcoming interview. So this is just today. It helps you if you have many interviews in a row and you don't know which is the first one, so you have to prepare for it, so you can easily go for it. For example, if I select just to show you today, but it is at 11:45 a.m. and it's not coming, so we can say 10 p.m. Sorry, 10 p.m. It will show Samsung for data analyst. But if I say 8 p.m., it would show now with PwC for product manager. So you would always know which one to prepare for first. Then we have rejection tracker. Okay, I know this tab might feel the hard one to look at, but I want you to think about it differently. Rejections are data, and every rejection tells you something about the role, about your resume, about the stage where things tend to go wrong. So, this tab turns that data into learning. Just like the interview tracker, when you mark a job as rejected in the main hub, the company and the job title automatically appears here, product manager, in the drop down section. Then you have rejection reason that you wrote in your setup tab. Uh, Maybe you can say hosted and whether it was a HR round, first round, second round, third round, or resume round. After every 5 or 10 rejections, look at the patterns here. Like, are you making it to round 2 but not further? Focus, I think then you should focus on your interview skills, getting ghosted a lot, maybe follow up more proactively. So, when you use rejections as information rather than judgment, your job search becomes smarter every week and you can grab your job quickly. The next we have job offer tracker. You have applied, you have interviewed, you have pushed through rejections, and now you have an offer in your hand. Congratulations, because you are using this tab. So first, fill with the company, Netflix. I'm rewriting it just to show you. Otherwise, I have written it already. In offer status, you can write negotiating, declined, or accepted, or expired. This offer date. For any date in this tracker, just double click the cell and a small calendar will appear here and you can select your date. For example, I got an offer yesterday and they were offering me 60,000 maybe. This was an on-site job and they had a 20,000, 2,000 of bonus. Well, I am excited. Here is a powerful feature. If you set a target salary, the tracker automatically color codes your offer for you. Offers that meet or exceed your target turn green, and offers that fall below it turn red. For example, if I write here, change it to 60,000. Sorry, this went to 6,000, 60,000. And here we have these red. So Netflix is offering us 13,000, which is not our target salary. Likewise, PwC is offering us 30,000, which is not our target salary. So this tab is your final decision making tool. Use it carefully and thoroughly before you accept anything. One important thing about this, that when you will buy this job application tracker, when you will click the link for Google Sheets, you will have a window like this, and when you click on make a copy, you will have your own copy of your job application tracker for which you can work on. This tracker has some sample data, but when you will get your own job application tracker, that would be empty and have no jobs before written before.